from India, and I work in the innovation space. So we do a lot of things relating to innovation, right from child innovations to adult innovation. Everything under the innovation umbrella is what we work in. And yes, it's nice, it's great to see all of you and to talk about innovation. So that's what we are going to do today.
Okay, then lead the way, Anand, and we will follow.
All right. Okay. Now, before I start something about talking about the innovation thing, let me just share with you a quick video of how innovations get inspired. Innovation need not be in the research and development wing alone. Innovation can come from lot many sources, and Mother Nature is one of those most beautiful place from where so many inventions and innovations have come up. I will now be sharing something which is from a country so well known for everything unique, Japan, and how the Japanese had a problem with one of the product, which is called as the bullet train, and how the Japanese engineers had to face that problem and rectify it, looking up at Mother Nature and coming up with a design inspired by Mother Nature and improvising the product. And from there on, we'll take our discussion forward. I'll quickly play a video. The video might run for 5 minutes, but I can't stop because it's really beautiful. You need to see what is happening out there. So I need to go on the share screen, right?
Anand, is there sound with us?
Yes, Julie?
I'm not hearing any sound.
There is a sound. Is it? Can you just check at your level?
No, it's, I don't, do you hear any sound, Ms. Khan?
No? All right.
Now, sometimes if you're playing them from online
okay?
versus on your computer, it does that.
Do you?
No, no sound.
Oh, no mind. But you can just see the video. Later on, I'll explain to you what exactly is going on. The video itself would be self-explanatory when you look at it and how things are getting related out there.
We can play sound effects by ourselves.
Here you go, Anand. You make the sound. You know what it's supposed to sound like.
Din, 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 din. That's what it is.
Boom. They said boom.
Yeah. Because yeah, it's a clash.
Okay, what they just said was that Japanese engineers had a big problem with the bullet train, and whenever the bullet train used to pass through the tunnel, it used to make sonic boom, and the sonic boom was so loud it used to be heard about 400 meters, and a lot of residents used to complain. And the way Japanese are, they are very finicky people with lot many things they have to follow on the rules. And the rule in Japan is that your sound level cannot go beyond 75 decibels. So that's when this engineer, whose picture they just showed, E.G. Nakatsu, he was an avid bird watcher. Here is where the story changes. So this is something that when you look at it, you'd know where all he drew his inspiration for redesigning the bullet train, which was called as the E5 series and which was launched in 1997 or 99.
It is basically the process of improvement, and that's what that's what innovation is all about. That's what the whole video is actually processing.
Yes, yes. So
It
now
is,
here when you
yeah.
so when you see this design of the bullet train, what you saw in the first screen and the design which is here is a completely remodeled one. Now I'll just remove this because most of the other video is all it's all going to be. Okay. Now what exactly transpired this whole idea is 3 different birds contributed to a technology which the world is always at awe. First was the bat for the design of the pantograph, the penguin, which again formed the basis of the pantograph, and then the nose of the bullet train, which was earlier a bulgy one, became a long one and a flatter one, so that it could cut through the tunnel and the wind, so that the sonic boom was reduced. Now, the best part of this whole design was it not only reduced the sound, it increased the train speed by 15%. And what did it do was it further brought down the travel time between 2 cities, which was earlier 2 hours 30 minutes to 2 hours 17 minutes. And the noise level was kept well below the 75 decibels. So we see how nature's inspiring innovation is playing a role in the world of technology, in the world of what we look up with awe. Now let's talk about how the world of innovation is changing things for everybody in and around us. Innovation is nothing. It's bringing 2 things together and creating something new. That's what this video, the previous video showed us, bringing 2 elements of nature and creating something new, which was a technology. So as we dwell into the world of innovation, innovation happens at every level. Your house, you have innovation. Your mom does innovation. Every single mom does innovation. If you look at her, the leftover food happens to become something else the next morning. I don't know how's the situation back in the US or the UK. I don't know, Robbie, what else does your mom give you? Does your mom give you a food which is leftover of the evening, prepare it something better of the next morning? Do you get it?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yes, sometimes. Mary Khan would definitely agree because Indian and Pakistani mothers are well adept at doing this thing.
I mean, even if it is not, it tastes so good that we ask it. I mean, we ask for it. So yeah, it is true.
Yes. So innovation happens in your kitchen. Innovation happens at every stage. You have a problem, you innovate. As simple as that. Necessity is the mother of invention. That's the saying. It's necessary, you have to invent. Right? Okay, now let's go. Let's not be a monotonous talk. Let's have it as a nice discussion. So let everybody start talking. Come on, Robbie, start off. What do you think about innovation? What in your perception does work as innovation, and how do you look up at innovation in your daily life, and what is the best innovation that you can relate yourself to?
Well, innovation for me is like the problem solver. Like if I have a problem, like my fingers hurt when I play the guitar, I have to look for something that helps my fingers not hurt when I play the guitar, like putting something soft on my fingers or making the strings softer.
Excellent, excellent. So what did you do? Did you do something with your guitar?
Well, no, I just put some soft pads on my fingers and then it didn't hurt.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. How about Ms. Khan? Well, what do you think? How does innovation happen to you, and how does it impact you?
Well, Anand, I was just talking to Julie that innovation is one of the topics and the concept that is really close to my heart, and that's where I'm associated to GIFT for a very long period of time now as well. Because innovation, the whole problem with innovation is that we have just made a myth out of it. The innovation probably is something pressing a button and experiencing a complete change of, paradigm around you. The innovation is actually the process of improvement, self-improvement, as well as the process of improvement, a process, a product, or a service. So it's in the mindset. It's in the way you actually look at the things. You just explained us through the bullet train stuff and all that stuff, how people and how, I mean, in fact, to be honest, nature is one of the biggest, nature is the teacher of everything, I would say. So not just this bullet train stuff, I mean, take the example of an aeroplane or take the example of anything. We are inspired by nature. It's just that we need to keep an eye on, and we need to realize. It begins with the realization. It begins with the empathy in ourselves. As Robert mentioned it perfectly. In a perfect sense, that it's all about solving a problem, but we are not realizing the problem if we do not have empathy in our hearts, if we do not are aware of this, whatever is going on around us. And so it begins with empathy. It begins with from within yourself, of thinking, of creative thoughts, of like allowing yourself, of stabilizing yourselves. And then of course it moves on to the outer world, creating and benefiting the outer world.
Excellent, and well put across. Now,
Julie, it's your turn now. Question answer.
No, Julie and me, we have been discussing this topic quite a number of times, and we keep doing this almost every single day because we can't hear you. We can't hear you. You're on mute.
I'll innovate a way to fix that. How about?
Yeah.
Here we go. So I did just want to mention one thing, and I think I kind of take for granted all those little moments of innovation through the day. So I'm glad you brought that up. And then, I mean, I think on a large scale, I think about all the time about how to keep gift innovative, what new things to do to keep it exciting and keep drawing more people in, but those little bitty things every day that we do. And not everyone exercises their capacity to do that. Everyone, I believe, has the capacity, but not everyone exercises that capacity. Just as an example, if something goes wrong at your house, you buy something and it's the wrong, it seems to be that it won't fit where you need it. Some people will just get frustrated and say that's not going to work, where other people are immediately start thinking, how will I make this work? So those little bitty pieces are very important, or those little bitty awarenesses and lessons, I think, are really good. So people need to keep an open mind and think about how they innovate all of the time. Great topic to bring up and end. Thank you.
Okay, taking what Julie just said, Mary, which part of Pakistan are you from?
Lahore.
Lahore. Okay.
Yeah.
I have traveled the length and breadth of your country, and I had the chance of staying in Karachi. And in Karachi, this is actually what I saw in front of my eye. There was a mechanic shop which was right in front of my place where I used to live. And I used to see these boys who are working in the mechanic shop. No gloves, nothing. They used to work. I literally saw this guy make a motorcycle out of all the spares.
Yeah.
They made motorcycle, which is normally a factory level activity. Our man makes a motorcycle right in front of me in flat 3 days, and he kicks it and he goes around the town. But it was written in Urdu, that's the language, the local language in Pakistan. So I could not understand what he had written behind his bike. So I did ask somebody to tell me what this guy had done. And it was clearly written, I have designed this bike. Anyone who wants a bike like this, talk to me. So you see, this guy could not be even an high school pass out, no way. Looking at the way he was, no. But he had all the brains to design something and come up with something so nice, which was working, effective, served the purpose, and job is done. So most of the time we believe innovation should not be something which is very complicated. Some things can be, because some things demand complication. We can't expect everything to be simple. Innovation is better, simple, where people can use in their daily life. They can take the benefit out of those services that is there in that product or the service that we try to come up with. So Robbie, what has been your favorite innovation or invention?
I
Too
think
many.
everything really.
Everything really, right? Can you
There's
imagine?
there's
Yeah, go
nothing
on.
that's better than anything else.
Oh,
Nothing's
great.
better than something else. Everything's just the same as good.
All right.
It's
Okay.
all about watching it through your own lenses. Perfect, Robert.
Good. Okay, Robbie, one small thing. If you're given a straw to drink your soft drink, what kind of straw would you prefer? You would prefer a plastic, a paper, or a straw which is made out of natural product, natural element? What would be your preferred choice?
Probably natural element, because then it would also biodegrade and it might solve one of our problems more.
Excellent. Now there is one company which just launched one of the product in India. They have come out with a straw made out of leaf. The whole product is made out of leaf, and you can sip your soft drink, and then even if you put it back into the soil, it degrades by itself. And the same company also went one notch above and created a plate, a dinner plates. They have created dinner plates which are made out of wheat flour, husk, the husk of the wheat. They created the plates out of it. So after you have the food, if you're still hungry, you can eat the plate too. So makes sense how we can cut
Yeah.
off the hunger? You're hungry, you have both things to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. All right, fine. Okay, Julie, let's start off with something more.
Oh, I wanted to say my favorite invention.
Yes, please.
I'm really excited about all the different renewable energies out there. Solar, wind, and hydro, all of those things that can help save our planet. But I even more excited about what might come after that while I'm still alive. I think it will be really cool stuff.
I mean, the energy sector is really going leaps and bounds in new types of energy, the hydro energy. Now you have the hydrogen fuel. I was just reading about something from Norway where they have already mastered the talent of harnessing hydrogen from the environment and then using it as green hydrogen for putting up in your power supplies or in your vehicles and all those things. I think the renewable energy is an exciting sector to look upon, where you can even generate powers out of tidal wave. I think UK has one of those experiments going on, UK or Scotland, I forgot which of this place. They do have this where they have put in turbines under the ocean near the beach, so that every time a wave comes in and hits the turbine, it generates power. All right, fine. Cool then, Robbie, anything else?
Another way to generate electricity could be like putting electricity generating thingies that work with heat. So you could put them near hot places like volcanoes, and then they'd also generate electricity. The only downside is that you never know when the volcano would erupt.
Yeah.
Other things you could do would be there are some electricity generators that when you walk on them, or when you walk on them, they generate electricity. So if you put those all over the floors and on tiles, when you walk on them, they'll generate electricity.
Yeah, there is already a couple of them working on the area of speed breakers. So when a vehicle moves on a speed breaker and pressure comes in, electricity is generated out of that. So I think it's a good thought process. I think people should walk and generate electricity off the road. Excellent. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, Julie.
And then thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for joining us again. And you always lead such creative conversations.
Pleasure.
We appreciate it.